Hello, everyone. So, first of all, really thank you. Thank you for being here, for showing up, for taking this time, for staying with me, for staying present. Um, I read the comments. I notice, I see the little things you share, and it matters. It really matters more than you might think. So, thank you, really, just for being here. Okay, so let's get into this. You might notice a shift inside, maybe a subtle one. Maybe it's like a pressure lifting or a quiet tension that feels different. Wait, yeah, it's like a space opening inside that you didn't realize was closed, or maybe you didn't even notice it was there, but now you do. And that noticing, it changes the way you breathe, the way you move, even the way you see yourself. And I think I think what's important here is seeing how you've been holding things. Um, Maybe old patterns, maybe repeated doubts, maybe choices you didn't make because they felt unsafe. And it's heavy, isn't it? Weirdly heavy, but also alive. Alive in a way that makes you realize, wait, I've been carrying all this, but now I can notice it. And noticing, it's a step, just that. And so you might notice subtle things around you, someone looking at you differently, or maybe not even someone else, maybe it's yourself, noticing yourself differently, seeing yourself clearer, seeing maybe what you actually want, not what you think you should want. And that recognition, it feels grounding, it feels real, even if it's small, even if it's quiet. It's enough. It's enough to notice, to feel it, to just be present with it. And here's the tricky part. There's hesitation. There's always hesitation. Even when something feels aligned, part of you might pull back. You might question. You might wonder if it's safe, if it's really okay to accept this. And that's okay. That's human. That's you doing the work. Just noticing yourself, noticing your patterns, noticing the space between desire and reception. And you might notice tiny signs of clarity, little moments where things feel lighter or easier or more yours than they used to be. Maybe a conversation feels simpler. Maybe a choice doesn't feel heavy. Maybe there's a moment where you stop overthinking. And that noticing is real. It matters because when you notice yourself like that, the energy shifts slowly, subtly, but it shifts. And um, the awareness of resistance is here too. That small voice that whispers, wait, what if I can't? Or I shouldn't take this, or maybe I don't deserve it. And the work, it's noticing that voice, not fighting it, not shoving it down, just noticing and maybe naming it, saying, ah, here you are again. I see you. And that's strength, not in pushing, not in forcing, just in being aware, being present, being honest with yourself. Okay, so now let's keep going because part of what's happening is this awareness of options, many options, multiple ways you could move, multiple doors opening, and that can feel heavy, overwhelming, even. And that's normal, totally normal. Wait, let me rephrase. It's not just normal, it's human. To feel the weight of choice, to feel the tension between what you want, what feels safe, and what feels right. And maybe you've been used to settling. Maybe you've taken what felt easiest, what felt available, what didn't require too much risk. And now it's different. You might notice yourself hesitating, wondering if you can actually step into something real, something that feels aligned, something that reflects who you actually are. And the hesitation, it's not a problem. It's a signal that you're noticing the stakes, noticing the difference between old patterns and new possibilities. And here's something important. The luxury I'm talking about, it's not just money or status or things. It's freedom. It's space. Space to think, space to breathe, space to choose, space to be without constantly bending or shrinking yourself. And maybe you've had glimpses of that before. Tiny moments where life felt less heavy, less constrained, and now those glimpses are more frequent, more noticeable, more real. And that noticing, it's what changes everything, little by little. And here's the part that's tricky again. Fear. That familiar voice that says, what if this isn't safe? Or maybe I'll ruin it. Or I don't deserve this. You might hear it creeping in. You might feel it in your chest, in your stomach. And the work, it's seeing it, not fighting it, not silencing it, just seeing it and saying, okay, I see you. You don't control me. And that act alone is powerful, more powerful than you might think. So you might notice when you start noticing yourself like this, the world reflects it back differently, not magically, not because of fate, not because of luck, just because you're noticing yourself differently. You're holding your energy differently. You're making different choices, small ones, tiny shifts that matter. And the people, the situations, the moments that show up, they respond to that. They align not because of destiny, not because of promise, just because of clarity. And now, what do you do with this clarity? What do you do with this space opening up, with this freedom, with these options, with this invitation to step fully into who you are? That's the question. And there's no single answer, no map, no guarantee, just awareness, just noticing, just asking yourself what feels right now, and trusting yourself to answer that, even if it's scary, even if you don't have all the words yet, even if it's messy. And maybe you'll notice yourself testing the edges, trying things out, saying yes in small ways, letting yourself receive little things that feel good, that feel aligned. And those little things, they build. They teach you how to receive, how to accept, how to actually live in a way that honors what you want, what you deserve, who you are. And the beauty of it is that you don't need permission, not from anyone, not from anyone else's validation, not from proof, not from anyone saying, yes, you can, you already can. You just have to step into it, step into yourself, notice, feel, allow, and repeat over and over. Because this is the work. Not wanting, not wishing, but receiving, being honest, being clear, being present. Okay, let me ask you this. What's one small way you could honor yourself today? Could be tiny, could be quiet, could be a moment where you stop just surviving and start noticing yourself fully. Let me know in the comments if you do it. Really, I want to hear it, because seeing that, it shows other people it's possible too. So, yeah, that's what's happening. You're noticing, you're feeling, you're aware, and it's real. Not because of chance, not because of promise, but because you're you fully right now. Fully present, fully noticing, fully stepping forward in the ways you can. And that's what matters. I don't sell futures, I build architects. No predictions, just the raw truth for the tough ones. Stay magic, stay in the now.